The Maya believe that humankind has galactic origins, and that all human consciousness originated in the Pleiadian star system. According to traditional Mayan belief, our sun is part of the Pleiadian constellation. That is why throughout Mesoamerica, you will find that all the great temples of the Maya, Aztec, and Incan cultures are oriented to the Pleiades. The number 7 to the Maya represents the Pleiades, the central source of human consciousness. The number 7 also means the 7 inner chakras and the colors of the rainbow. Since the very beginning, the Maya have claimed that the Pleiades is the axis of life on Earth. Thus, for the ancient Maya, the Pleiades represented the principle of life on Earth, and they have always included this constellation in their various calendars. The Mayan Great Cycle, 26,000 years, is the length of time it takes for our sun to complete a single revolution around Alcyone, the central star of the Pleiades. The purest Mayan tradition says that we are intimately related to the cluster of stars known as the Pleiades, the origin of reality, the manifestation of life and all knowledge. In the Guatemalan highlands, they say that the Maya come from the Pleiades, where they obtained all of their knowledge and technological ingenuity, including the crystal skulls and the Divine Mayan Tzolk'een calendar. The Mayan calendar is both a generator of time and the time-driven evolutionary force from the 9th dimension. The Pleiadians say that the 9th dimension is a conscious spiritual being called Tzolk'een, who created the Divine Mayan Tzolk'een calendar. Since realities are defined by time, time is created by love and intentional thought. To organize cycles on Earth, the great being residing in the 9th dimensional galactic center, Tzolk'een, created the Mayan calendar to orchestrate Earth's evolution. Spiritual masters then used this calendar to help create events on Earth. The Mayan calendar describes the big game that supersedes all other plans. The reptilian controlling elite of current-day Earth know all about this game, since their agents, the Spanish Catholic conquistadors, raped, pillaged, and plundered the Maya over 400 years ago and still control Mayan lands and cultural artifacts today. They burned over 10,000 codices and sent mere fragments back to the Vatican archives. But they could never quite penetrate the multidimensional secrets contained within. The Maya, a brilliant stellar culture from the Pleiades, were selected by the 9th dimensional being, Tzolk'een, to be the guides for humanity to eventually attain synchronization across both sides of our brain and harmoniously integrate the goddess and the god within each of us by embodying our divine feminine and divine masculine qualities. My beloved colleagues, who are all astrologers and daykeepers, as we Pleiadians are, have always told my vehicle, Barbara Hand Clow, that astrology is simply logic of the stars. It is also cosmic Pleiadian and Mayan science for recovering the story of your origins. The Maya are keepers of time. Your sun is a keeper of frequency, and Alcyone is the keeper of intention. You can all participate in setting the intention for the next stage of evolution with the Pleiadians by tuning in to the Mayan timing system, which raises the vibration of your sun and helps you master the mechanics of multidimensionality. Then you can join the cosmic party, which will have the best DJ and live band lineup in the galaxy. The keys to Kundalini activation lie deep within the Mayan Great Calendar, based on snake medicine, simply computed by intertwining 13 tones and 20 glyphs. Many respectable intellectuals are fascinated by the implications of the Mayan calendar. It is a brilliant device that describes a process of time that approaches the completion point, the end of time. But this has nothing to do with the end of the world. Think of the Mayan calendar as the sixth-dimensional morphic tesseract time field of exquisite geometry that is precipitating in its basic elements according to a known time unfoldment, just like a human pregnancy. You never know what the being will be like, even though you know precisely who created it. And all possibilities remain to be actualized. Yet, finally, there always is an ending. The Mayan calendar is a conception that is modeling history, and the growing group of people who see that it describes the future is causing its field to influence the whole planet. We Pleiadians are here now asking you, are you ready to imagine your future? If you are, we are here with the Maya and the Syrians to play with you and to prepare you for the cosmic party. The event called Harmonic Convergence on August 16th and 17th, 1987 was a key shift point in the Mayan calendar. It was first brought to light by Tony Shearer in his 1971 book, Lord of the Dawn, The Return of Quetzalcoatl. This key temporal shift point triggered a massive planetary celebration, which Jose Arguelles named Harmonic Convergence, but we Pleiadians prefer the name Harmonic Emergence. As predicted in 1971 by Tony Shearer, August 16th, 1987, had exactly the right planetary and astral configurations for a global consciousness acceleration. On the Divine Mayan Tzolk'een, it was the first day, the first glyph, and the first tone. K'een 1, tone 1, glyph 1. Perfect conditions to start something new that has never been seen before. The time has come for you to activate Gaia according to the Mayan calendar. The Maya have shown how the end of the Mayan calendar was the return to the golden age of light. The Pleiadians do not have your polarized feelings, so they send you love to transmute hate. One day, you looked at the sky and decided you wanted to know who you were. To accomplish this, you needed to be able to see yourself in your world. To do that, you needed to see yourself objectively. Thus, you began your long journey into knowing yourself in your world. You brought this desire to me, Tzolk'een, the Milky Way Galactic Keeper of Time. I was fascinated with your idea, so I accepted your request. I crafted a game called History, also known as Her Story, for you to play within, so you could reach your stated goal. In the year 13,200 BC, I, Tzolk'een, revealed the codes of time to your shaman, and they became storytellers. I told them that when the Age of Leo began in 10,800 BC, the Earth would move into the photon band. In the year 1600 BC, I, Tzolk'een, heard the earthly cry of Goddess Gaia, and I knew it was time for us Maya to come to Earth to ensure the availability of serpent medicine. The goddess called us Maya into linear space and time. We first established the Olmeca, Mezcala, and Chontal cultures in Mexico for the implanting and the guarding of the Mayan calendar until 2012 AD. Now we Mayans were on Earth, and the last moves in the galactic chess game with the Anunnaki would be reserved for humans. The whole planet was being enveloped by the male warrior of destruction energy for thousands of years, abusing, torturing, and erasing goddess and indigenous energy, and the implanting of monotheistic mind control religion was gaining momentum. You humans had to try everything so that you could explore what you thought that evil is. I, Tzolk'een, can tell you that this was necessary before you could learn how to intend and shape your reality using what you call the law of attraction and the law of creation as powerfully as we Maya can. We, the Maya, created ceremonies to honor and hold the heart of Gaia on the planet. We knew the Spaniards were coming, the voice and sword of the reptilians, so many of us left the 3D realm of this earth, while many of us stayed, continuing to do the ceremonies and following the calendar as we do today. I, Tzolk'een, would like you to know that the ancient Maya created many mystery plays about evil actions, which we recorded in stone and codices to teach people what to never do on Earth. The conquistadors arrived to find our culture that was play acting their own behavior, so they just slandered and slaughtered the people and self-righteously destroyed our culture. The Maya so understand the galactic mind that to us, suffering the rape, torture, and murder on Earth is like a 4D bad dream as we lived out the cycle. It was not important. We forgive them. Then, at the 0 point, the year 0, a 9th dimensional human, a fully human Mayan, a fully Mayan human with cosmic Christ consciousness, Yeshua ben Joseph, was brought into the planet at Teotihuacan, and his Pleiadian light body, his Ka, was implanted there. The Christed one actually came into each of the 9 dimensions of Earth, and his implantation in Mexico was his 8th dimensional form, his form that works with galactic structures. I, Tzolk'een, will tell you where the Christed one came from. He came from the galactic center, the great central sun and black hole at the epicenter of the Omniverse, which is the Hunab-Ku. And that is why we built his temple at Teotihuacan. He appeared all over the planet at the year 0, the same way our Mayan calendar is appearing all over the planet now. After the Mayan Great Cycle of 26,000 years ended in 2012, you are now ready to work with Gaia to set the intentions of your world for the next 26,000 years, while you are attending the cosmic party for the golden age of light. Maya call themselves daykeepers. We call them keepers of time. They are associated, of course, with the Pleiades system. They are masters at going into and out of time events. The Maya laid the groundwork, time-wise, for events that are transpiring today. The Maya were brilliant game masters and have created entire blueprints for many civilizations. They seed themselves into those civilizations as well, sometimes. They know a civilization is about to reach completion when their own identities merge within the civilization, so that they are in the civilization and creating it from without at the same time. We, as Pleiadians, are a game master experiment. We are conscious pieces on the board. Many Earthlings are joining us now and beginning to play the multi-dimensional game of chess. The Maya were skilled at confounding realities and moving from system to system. Their world was in the Pleiades, and yet they certainly did not reside there. They had their own world. Today, the Maya are on assignment everywhere, confounding many worlds, taking Maya with them as if their civilization had never stopped but had simply transferred from one world to another. The word Maya refers to the illusion of reality. The Maya were so advanced as keepers of time that they literally were able to create realities to steer future seekers toward, or away from, discovering their true identity. Much of the story that is told about the Maya is part of the Mayan trick, part of the illusion. Until you are able to go into other realities and travel into other dimensional realms, you will not understand how or why this is done. The game masters are formless, and yet they can overlay themselves and infuse themselves in many different shapes. The Hollywood movies 2001 and 2010 revealed the idea of the game masters, showing behind-the-scenes influences on life in the galaxy. The game masters are unbounded shapeshifters and can take on any form they choose, for they move between and beyond sound and geometry. All of existence can be viewed as a game. You are the game. It is playing out through your awareness. Reptilians are part of the game. Their consciousness is 3D, 4D, and lower 5D, and yours has been blocked and limited by your own choice to believe in reptilian ideas and locked into the third dimension. Some of you are starting to comprehend the fourth, and some have had temporary excursions to the fifth and beyond. Soon you will all be beyond 3D. It is the evolution of consciousness. It is unstoppable. Part of the Pleiadian experiment is getting you humans to appease and pacify the divine creatrix, mother, goddess of the Omniverse, from whose black womb of no thing the universe sprang, and therefore you must worship and honor your Sophia Gaian goddess. You must restore the earth to the Garden of Eden. You have made a dirty mess. Now clean it up. As members of the family of light, you are bringing in the age of unified thought, transmission, and reception, the golden age of light, and harmonizing the divine feminine and divine masculine within your own earthly vehicle. The transformation of human civilization and the evolution of consciousness is based upon the power of your mind, which could be called the law of attraction and the law of creation, or more simply, the law of consciousness. Thought creates. From this moment forward, intend to access the higher frequencies of consciousness effortlessly and joyfully, that we, the Pleiadians, and other entities that support the divine plan of ascension, make available for you. To be alive is to know the goddess. All life comes from the female vibration. Eve did not come from the rib of Adam. That tale, and countless other reptilian stories, served to empower the male vibration and destroy the goddess culture. All of life is female and male. Androgyny represents a divine aspect of the integrated male and female. The ideal in all of this game is to have the male and female balanced in each person, as it already is in all other life on the planet. This is because the Prime Creator is also equal proportions of divine masculine and divine feminine. Nothing could possibly exist if it were not so. This Mayan culture that I, Tzolk'een, brought to Earth is centered in the woman and the home. The Mayan calendar has the potential to create an illuminated world. It activates its followers in light and in love. The Mayan calendar is also the ideal device to facilitate intuition in the males of the species. Without your emotions, you cannot discover who you are. In order to understand the deeper mysteries, men must make peace with themselves and understand that their emotions are the feminine part of themselves. We remind you again that everything in existence is Prime Creator. All beings that you meet are Prime Creator meeting itself and seeking to understand itself. All things are one consciousness, God-sciousness, that is seeking to experience various aspects of itself in order to evolve. The Maya had many secrets. One of the greatest Mayan secrets was their hidden gold caches and their understanding of how gold functioned. The clues they left for the outside world were clues to lead you and to deceive you and trick you. To have the archaeologist see one thing and the spirit eyes to see another. They were not foolish and did not flaunt their gold. They made it seem as if they did not need gold. The Mayan keepers of time were able to anchor on Earth the data that would make sense to future generations because they were multidimensional. They could travel backward, forward, and sideways in time, and their civilization was based on time travel. They left many clues to this story, buried throughout Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and Costa Rica. Their now became more meaningful because it was their purpose to create a now that would benefit other nows outside of their now. The Maya intended to create the paradigm, the description of what is going to occur, the cycles that your Earth goes through, and the cycles of time based on cosmic doorways. They understood that Earth is a part of a larger system of rotation than just your solar system. They created and defined a calendar based upon knowing that humanity is part of a much larger cycle. In actuality, the Maya can move to the completion of the universe as easily as they can move to the beginning of the universe. Their task is to make certain all the pieces of the universe work and come together in order to collapse when the time is right. They also make sure there is not a premature collapse. This is not the end of the universe. It is the singularity at the end of the concept of time. All universes come to completion when they are ready. Feel your connection to these Mayan timekeepers and open yourself to the keys they prepared for your discovery by following their Divine Mayan Tzolk'een calendar every day. Know your birthday, your tone and glyph and k'een number, and know your place within the 260-day DNA-based harmonic module. Know your parents, your children, your friends, and know that every single human being is a holy hologram, a divine spark, a sacred fractal of Prime Creator. The famous Mayan saying, Een Lak'esh means, I am another you, you are another me, we are one God-sciousness. The purpose of the Maya was to come to this planet to establish a paradigm for the future. They anchored pillars of light, and remember, light is love in formation. They are the family of light. Darkness is the absence of light, the absence of love, the absence of information. The Maya were an experiment of the Game Master to affect the future and seed this planet to bring in light, the star seeds, the light workers, and the wayshores who would become patriarchy overthrowers and pierce the veil of darkness that has reigned on your planet for a very long time. Remember, dear soul, all is one, fractalized, and it is best if you understand that there is no such thing as evil. Nothing is evil. The concept of evil and the devil and so on was created by the farces of darkness to fool you. They are not evil. Nothing in existence is evil, because everything in existence is Prime Creator. The dark t-shirts were just playing their game by their rules, and you agreed to be fooled by the dork farces for a while. Forgive them and laugh at their clever stories, your propensity to be fooled, and your ability to figure things out. The farces of darkness sure did prove that the law of consciousness works perfectly well, didn't they? Thought creates. The Maya knew what their purpose was. They knew when their demise would be. Because they were the keepers of time, they knew precisely when to evacuate the Earth, knowing their star seeds had been planted. This is one of their deepest secrets. They transported themselves to another physical dimension. In actuality, they very much exist, and they are flourishing. Do not warn them. They are here, now, everywhere. The Maya knew that the whole story of their purpose and why they came here and how they seeded clues would be revealed now. And they knew that one day their knowledge, their keys to unraveling the mystery of time, and the unity within diversity would be uncovered and discovered and recovered by the family of light at the perfect time. You are the family of light, and it's time now.